Thanks a lot for coming. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So I'm curious to know, big thing that's happening right now, big in the news, is the Comey book.
Yeah.
About the former director of the FBI, all these accusations about the president. If you were still with him, how would you be recommending that he respond to all these accusations, all this news that's coming out?
So the beauty of this is that I'm not still with him, so I can talk to you guys like really straight. It wouldn't matter. I could give him 15 different pages of advice. I could give him 2 minutes of advice, 2 hours of advice. He's going to do exactly what he wants to do, no matter what you're saying to him. And so it wouldn't matter. So what you see with the president is what you get.
Which means he doesn't take advice from anyone?
No, he does take advice. The only way you'll change the president's mind is that when you're talking to him in a way where you understand his reasoning, you understand his thought process, but you're now explaining to him that he's going to get a different outcome than the process of how he's thinking. So as an example, with the Russian sanction situation, where he was upset about the fact that there was no Russian collusion. We know that. I was on the campaign for 2 years, and so they were pushing him, the Senate and the Congress were pushing him for the Russian sanctions. He was debating whether or not to veto it. He decided not to because the outcome that he was anticipating was going to be very different than what potentially would have happened. The Senate would have probably overruled him on the veto, and so he ended up vetoing it. And again, as he has said, and I'll repeat it from this stage, he's been tougher on the Russian government than the last 2 presidents, and possibly any presidents dating back to the Cold War. But the only way you're going to move the president as it relates to advice is explaining to him something and making him think that the outcome that he's anticipating due to his thought process is actually not the outcome that's going to happen on the field.